morning, everybody. How are you today?
Hello. Yes. Good morning.
Yes. Welcome back to another fabulous edition of the Idiots in a Room podcast. Today we don't have much planned for you because we already did it.
Yeah. It's all done.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know why we're even here.
Me neither.
The episode's already done. So
Yeah.
thanks for watching.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute.
Oh. All right.
I should pretense that what we did, we already filmed. You know.
Oh,
so
that's
like,
right.
you know, it's not like we didn't do anything to do with the show. You know. So why don't we just tell them what we did?
Well, I remember vaguely that there was a house, and it was on this really big, jagged rock, and the house was just all over the rock. In fact, some would even say it was on the rock. Some would even say it was built around into the rock. Well, the rock is like inside the house. It is the wall sometimes. Yes, we went to House on the Rock.
Yes, House on the Rock. It was a very fun experience. We didn't get much footage of that because our camera died.
Yep.
When we went. So, how about we just start out with that? You know, since that's what we don't have footage of.
Yes. House on the Rock.
Good morning, Nick.
This one's missing a wing.
This one is missing a wing.
What did you do with it, Chris?
I chopped it off.
What?
He made me mad.
Oh, that's understandable. Looks
Yes.
like a pretty foul fella. The other wing's like torn in two anyhow. So, anyways, where are we?
I don't know. How about we go find out?
All right, that sounds like a plan.
We went inside. So leading up to this, I've never been there. Chris has been there once before.
Yes.
And I had heard about this place before. I never really imagined what it was, actually looked like until we got there and we see it's literally like up on the rock. It's the home, and we have to climb up.
It was like a covered pathway. More like a ramp.
Yes.
But yeah, it was an uphill walk.
Yeah,
to get there.
for a good while. We went through the spoiler room first, as I like to dub it. It was like a history area with a bunch of information about how the house was built, how the architect, I forget his name.
Alex Jordan,
how he got around to, making a living off of just building this house and opening it for tourism. And that he was an eccentric collector.
Yes. Really, I think that room, the welcoming center, should have just been that little video presentation about how he built it.
Yeah, we watched like a 10-ish minute documentary. That was a very nice introduction, and I liked that because, you don't have that context anywhere else in the house.
Right. But then what they did was they had, they had some things that you were going to see throughout the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird because, why would you want that spoiled before you...
Yeah.
You pay $30 to go in, so why would you want to see stuff that you're going to... I mean, there's so much more, but still, it's like...
Well, welcome center aside, we actually went into the house, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked just exploring... all these narrow, winding hallways. Like I said earlier, the wall was literally the rock sometimes, and I could feel it.
And then, of course, there was the infinity room.
Yes, the infinity room, which is a long hallway that extends out over air. There's nothing really holding it up other than, I think one support, right by the house.
Yeah, and it's it's all gravity and weighted, so that it doesn't fall over. But it's pretty claustrophobic, and it's also if you have vertigo, you do not want to go in there.
That would kill you, I think.
Yeah, you do not want to go in there if you have fear of heights.
But as you get closer to the end of this, the hallway gets more and more narrow, until, you're not allowed past a certain point, but it still looks like the room goes on for infinity. It's like a perspective trick at the end.
It's a really cool optical illusion.
Yes.
And there's this little part where, right at the end where you can't go any further, you can look down through this glass and see like the bottom of the forest floor.
That was cool.
And someone was able to write on it, even though there was that fiberglass.
Somehow multiple people snuck around and like fingered messages in the dust, or like wrote actual messages in pencil or pen, whatever. There were messages there that shouldn't have been there at all. Someone was breaking rules somehow.
Yes.
I'm kind of curious, what kind of a day? It had to be a really slow day for you to get away with that, right? That or
I don't think it's like really watched that much, because if you remember, there were not very many employees
That's
around.
right, but I feel like if you were a tourist still and you saw someone like going past that point, you'd be like, "Oh!" and you would run away, just direct opposite, because the entire room could snap and collapse right then and there. Like, how would you not notice that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't know how they got away with it. I would be screaming if I yeah,
Anyway.
the Infinity Room, that was cool.
Yeah. And the rest of the actual house itself was really cool. It took a lot of inspiration from like Japanese design.
Yes, I like that a lot. A lot of cool statues. There was even like 2 different gardens that were, Japanese gardens. Yeah, cool visuals.
Yeah. And then past the actual house, then you went into the mill house, where they had things like the largest fireplace in North America.
Yes.
Like the largest indoor fireplace, I should say that. But that was pretty cool, and they had a whole bunch of stuff in there. A whole bunch of collections. They had those weapons.
Yeah.
Like the crazy weapons.
There were guns that had, like, okay, so you know how a flintlock or a revolver looks, right? Imagine that, but it's got like a dozen barrels to fire bullets out of, and it doesn't work, but I still like the visual of someone trying to fire
It seemed like something you might see out of like a fantasy or a
yes, or a
steampunk movie.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like the most ridiculous. I think if anyone were to actually fire that weapon, they would immediately have their arm blown off or give themselves like a permanent concussion from the recoil of that thing. That's how ridiculous the guns are.
So yeah, that was really cool. And then this was actually really cool. We do have a visual of this that I'll put up. We went into this room that looked like a street from the 1900s.
Yes. What was it called again?
The streets of yesterday.
Yeah, it was like an actual town inside of this bigger house.
I think that was the point where you knew that this was going to be like a lot bigger than you
Yeah,
thought.
and it just kept getting bigger from there. I'll be honest, I was overwhelmed pretty fast after that point.
Oh, I guess we're just in a town now.
I did not know what I was getting into fully, but yeah, I still enjoyed a lot of the trip. There were a lot of self-playing musical tracks. Like, you would have these tokens and you'd insert them into the machines and they'd just start playing the songs on their own. Some animatronic stuff, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, there were about, I would say maybe like 15 of those. littered throughout the house.
Yeah, and there was one even in the lobby.
Yeah, that was like a player piano.
Yes.
And those are actually really cool. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't see very many of those nowadays. They used to be a lot more common. But excuse me, I think that was a digital one, but they also had player pianos from like the 1800s. Mm-hmm. And they had all these little animatronic puppet shows or whatever.
Yes, that were all 1800s, early 1900s, like really impressive, intricate. I can only imagine how long it took them to get that working. But yeah.
Yeah.
They were like little puppet shows almost. Yeah.
And then the next room, let's see, Heritage of the Sea. And do you remember? Maybe because I've done that twice, you can give the experience of walking into that room for the first time.
So we come out of, I don't know, I don't fully remember the order of events. I think we were coming out of the music stuff. But
no, we came out of the Streets of Yesterday, and then it was into Heritage.
Anyway, we come out of the Streets of Yesterday, and it opens up to this huge room.
Think of a warehouse, and then multiply that by like stack 3 of them on top of each other. That's how big it was.
And then imagine a real life-sized whale taking up the majority of this space, because that is what was in this room.
And it was fighting a sea monster.
It was a statue, I should specify. It wasn't a real, but it was scaled to real size of an actual whale battling this sea monster, and there were seagulls resting on the whale and flying away, and the waves were crashing up, and
I do have a visual of that as well, because it's something you have to see to believe.
Yes.
Alright, so I don't think you're exactly prepared for what you're about to see.
Whales. Oh my.
This might give you a little sneak peek.
More whales. Oh, is it that big whale from earlier?
Yeah. But like once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it.
Hey-yo.
So it was.
And then you walk up the ramps, you know, and they have all these like scale models of ships. Like they had a scale model of the Titanic, and that was really cool. And then you get to the top, and you can actually see inside the whale's mouth.
Yeah.
And there's a broken rowboat.
Yes, I liked that detail too. You can only see it pretty well from a certain perspective. So
Yeah.
it was very huge. And it just kept being big like that. That was certainly the biggest thing in the whole experience, I think. But it just kept being large.
There were a few other big things.
Yeah, like the carousel.
The carousel, that was really cool. It's the world's largest indoor carousel. 278 animals, none of them are a horse.
So very selective and unique, but you can't ride it.
That was the one disappointing part about that.
No, you can't ride it, not allowed. It just keeps spinning non-stop. If you try to hop on, you're never gonna get off. You'll just go around, and whenever your horse, or no, not horse, whenever your thing comes back around, you'll disappear. No one will know where you went. You can't get on it for that reason. People just go missing on that thing. Gone all the time.
And then what else was there? There was a tribute to nostalgia.
That was the music, right?
No, that was like where the 50s, like the 1950s stuff was playing, and like they had that giant Rube Goldberg machine.
Yes, okay, the Rube Goldberg, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was probably the most boring room out of like the first part of the.
Yeah, the machine didn't even do anything. Like,
Yeah.
you can't interact with it. I don't know. I wish there were more interactivity. I guess now that Alex Jordan is dead, there's gonna be less of that, but still, I wish they would have kept like some aspects where you can like get more involved rather than just have the whole thing be a walking experience.
And then there was a room dedicated to like great moments in aviation. And there's one thing that I want to point out about that. They have an original print of the newspaper that came out the day after the Wright brothers flew the first plane. And this is really funny. It's on the front page, but it's not the headline. It's like at the bottom. It's like a blurb at the bottom.
You really got to look for it, and it's not a huge story either. It only takes up like a little panel of a page full of news. So. They didn't strike it as significant at the time.
Exact, and it wasn't even like a national paper, it was just a local paper.
Yeah.
So I just find that really fascinating that's how the very first plane ride in existence was documented.
Well, I'm having worked in news for the past like 2 years. I can start to visualize what news directors back then might have thought about that story. Like, they would have thought it was novel, but like nothing huge, you know? Like, oh, they got this contraption that can zoom across the sky for 13 seconds. Ooh.
Crazy times, man.
Yeah.
So after the carousel room, that's when you started feeling like a little bored.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. Tired of walking, starting to get a little bored, and honestly, I felt like there was just too much stuff.
Yeah, because we had already been there for about 2 or 2.5 hours at that point.
Yeah.
And it kept going for about another hour and a half.
It felt kind of excessive. The amount of stuff this guy collected was really excessive.
The organ room was really fascinating because they have like 5 of the world's largest organs, pipe organs and electric organs and things like that in there. And they have all sort. You have to see it to like really understand the scale.
Yeah, I
of
wish
this thing.
the camera had not died.
Yeah,
it would have made this a lot easier.
I guess we'll just give the Cliff Notes version now, but. After that room, there was a dollhouse room. Yep. Where there were all these actually really nice dollhouses, like from the Victorian era.
Little scenes too. Like they had miniature dolls and stuff positioned throughout the homes. And then later on, there was even like circuses and
the circus room.
Railroads too, right?
Yeah. And then they had. Remember the elephants?
Yeah.
There was like a 40-foot statue of elephants from the Ringling Brothers circus stacked on top of each other, and it just went all the way up to the ceiling, and that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm standing there. There were very few places to sit, but I was standing there gawking at it and being like, how do you get those elephants stacked on each other like that? Like, this is a trick they actually do in real life. How do they do it?
The biggest question I have is how did they get any of that in there?
Yes, that like I feel like every time you need to put something like that in, you remove the ceiling and like get a Chinook helicopter to drop it in. Military grade stuff.
That's like the only way I could think that they could get any of that in there. But anyway, there was a I think it was like 80 or 90 piece orchestra, all made out of animatronics that were up and playing like a circus march.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite musical performances, just because of they had every individual performer like it was an actual whatever stage orchestra that you were sitting and watching.
Yeah, and then let's see, there was a second weapons gallery with even more like ridiculous weapons. One thing, I don't know if you saw this, it was a leg, like a wooden leg, and in the leg there was a carving out for a little handgun.
I do remember this.
Yeah, that I actually thought was cool. And then they have all these beautiful sculptures and made of like ivory and such that would have taken years, to carve.
Yes.
And if you touched them, they would probably just fall apart immediately.
To dust.
And then there were a few other things. They had replicas of like the crown jewels. And then there was the doll carousel room, and I think that was the last room.
Yeah, it was the doll carousel.
Yeah.
And at the very end was the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Right on your way out. Very grim note to end on, but given how I was feeling, it felt kind of appropriate.
And that was pretty much House on the Rock. Would you go again?
Yes, not for a while. I feel like I need to take a few years to forget about most of the stuff that was there for me to meaningfully visit it again.
And it would probably help to go with someone who hadn't gone before.
Yeah, that too. Otherwise, it's just kind of seeing the same stuff. But hopefully I'd enjoy it more another time too, because I would anticipate how long of a walk it would be.
I definitely really enjoyed it because I just love, I love the obscurity of things like that. You don't see things like that just walking around on the street. So I gotta say it was a very cool experience, and I can't wait to go back again. I'm probably gonna go back this spring with some people that haven't gone before. So
yeah, have a fun time then.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get some of that footage.
So I think that's it.
The rest of it we did get on tape. So.
Yeah, so I guess let's just give a little intro to that, and then we'll and just show you the footage. So the first thing we did, we went to Wisconsin Dells,
yes,
which is about an hour away from House on the Rock. And the first thing we did there was we went to this replica of the White House that's turned upside down.
Oh, God, I forgot about this. I actually blurred this out of my memory.
It was that bad.
Let's just roll the
clips.
Yeah.
This is our visit to Top Secret. Hey everybody, welcome to this video. We're here at the Top Secret attraction in Wisconsin Dells. Yes, we are.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. We're going to go in. This is a $5 attraction. Nick hasn't been before. I've been here. It's terrible.
That's going to be a common theme, not the terrible part, but that I haven't been and he has.
Yes. So we're going to go in and see just how wonderful this place is. And we're going to take you guys along for the ride.
Yeah.
So let's go. So, all right, so what this place is, let's turn up the brightness, I guess. So what this is it's a replica of the White House turned upside down. As you can see, they have lamps on the ceiling and stuff. And here are the presidents, George Bush, Obama, Clinton, and Rumpus. Rumple Bumple, Toil and Tumple, and a goddamn Trump fortune teller machine. Oh, it's so bad. This is like look at this. Oh, it's so terrible. We got more lamps.
Next up on Celebrity Apprentice, I fired Hillary Clinton. 2 words, you're fired. That felt good.
Jesus fuck. Just horrible. Look at this. George Washington upside down next to a upside down lamp that's just glued to the ceiling. So stupid. There's a crate saying Ireland.
That wants me to give him money. I don't think I will. This is fortune teller.
All right, let's go in here. Welcome to the Oval Office. Yeah, this is
Upside down? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So this is the whole attraction.
I thought it was just an empty room.
This is the entire attraction. Everything is just upside down, and then there are like a couple of aliens at one point.
Well, if everything was upside down, wouldn't that be on the floor?
Yeah, that totally ruins the magic, guys. Having an exit sign on the ceiling. Shouldn't that be on the floor?
All doors should be raised like that one, so that we have to like crawl over it in order to get through.
So cool. Just walking through a wooden area.
Yeah, there's no way through there. Unless you got a lockpick.
No, I don't. Wish I did.
Okay.
So this is the press room.
That's what's cool about this. Just folding chairs.
Yeah, didn't even put the presidential seal on the podium.
Big site.
Ooh, dog.
They got the outlet on the ceiling.
Oh my god.
Alright. Let's go.
This is
Can't go anywhere.
this is a safe elevator, isn't it?
It really makes you feel like you're in the White House. Is this just like a... There's writing on those walls.
This way to oh shit. Okay, people have just graffitied in here.
I guess they let them do it in this room? They haven't removed any of it.
Yeah, look at all this.
There's a button.
Ooh, button.
I'm not pressing it. What is this?
I don't know. It looks like
The big site?
the. Oh, look at that awesome animatronic.
Bud, you're looking kind of slow there.
It's so dark back here.
Yeah, why is it this dark? I guess to set the mood. What's next?
I think this is the alien room. I'm not sure. Oh, oh yeah, because this is totally needed. Darth.
What is this place?
What the fuck is that? That doesn't even look like a stormtrooper.
Well, it's a stormtrooper transformer. Actually.
Actually, Jesus Christ.
I don't know, some of it looks kind of cool. They definitely,
I mean, like-
whoever made this put a lot of good time into it. I
Yeah.
don't want to disrespect the art, but I do want to just really emphasize that this is also in the same place as an upside down White House. I have no clue what this place is trying to do.
Seems like a hodgepodge. Not even real brick.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Now, this is the part of the self-guided tour where you go off the rails.
Can't even see anything.
What is around us? Just piping? Yeah, and a mirror.
A mirror. That's
Mirrors on both ends. That's interesting, actually.
Here's a red light. Okay, this is the alien room.
All from New Mexico.
Yeah, these are totally believable.
I want to also emphasize that their design is just kind of alternating. Like foot up, foot down.
Like, I think that's the exact same mask on all of them.
It is.
Absolutely beautiful.
Look at that scientist hard at work. So happy with what he's doing. Like, there's nowhere else he wants to be.
Why would there be anywhere else? Secret tunnels to the White.
Be careful, or they'll lock you up too. The same thing they did with talking eagles and Bigfoot.
That was needed.
Hello. Can I get locked up? No, there's a
No.
lock on it. Wow, I thought those were other people, but it's actually just a man.
Ooh, so fancy.
Oh, I get what this is trying to be.
Yeah, the funhouse mirrors.
There's a crack in this one. What the? Did someone
Jesus
actually
Christ.
run into it? This was certainly a lot. Oh, we're back here, I guess.
Okay. Because, yeah, got more cheap furniture glued to the top of the room.
This door has no way to open it.
Well, why would you do that when your attraction is perfect? Looks like the fucking entrance to Diagon Alley.
Another one. No, not.
You know, here's the thing. Why would you want to walk through something like this instead of walking through an actual replica of the White House where the things are on the floor? You know, and you can actually walk through it.
Because the ground's tilted you. Whoa.
Whoa.
Is that a stack of books?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
that is.
stacked upside down.
They looked like perfect balls. It was me. I made them look so good. Okay.
All right, I guess that's it. Good. So, what did you think of Top Secret, Nick?
They got some cool statues out front.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Yeah, it's not really a secret why this attraction is kind of dead right now. It's $5. They want you to take a picture at the start and then charge you $30 for it at the end. So our review of Top Secret is no. Thumb down. That was a wonderful transition of mine.
Yeah, it was almost as great as the place. I forgot the name again.
Top,
you said it.
Top Secret.
We literally were just walking through it, and I forgot the name. That's how little I cared about it.
It was genuinely like, and I don't remember if we mentioned this in the video because we recorded it so long ago, but the way they make their money is it's $5 to get in.
Yep.
And then they take a really crappy picture of you next to this actually pretty cool statue.
Yeah, the statues were the one cool thing about it. Everything else was not good.
Yeah.
And the fact that they tried to really charge you.
Yeah, they tried to charge you $35 per picture.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah.
let me take a photo of you real quick.
Okay.
Alright, it was that easy.
Yeah.
It didn't cost anything but like 5 seconds. Come on!
I don't need $35 for a stupid picture, you know? I can do that in my sleep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was the absolute terrible experience of Top Secret. But we did do something that day that was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was, believe it or not, Ripley's Believe It or Not. And we got that on tape too, so let's show you that.
Here we are. It's snowing. You probably can't see it on the camera, but we're going to Ripley's Believe It or Not. Have you ever been to Ripley's Believe It or Not before, Nick?
Believe it or not, I have not.
Ooh, I don't believe it.
Well, good, because it gives me the option.
Ooh, wow, I actually caught a snowflake.
Dude.
It's cool. That's a cool carving. Yeah, so this is Wisconsin Dells as well, where we are.
This is a pretty big place.
This is a t-shirt shop that sells knockoff t-shirts. So cool.
Have a big theme on the anime and
Why do you step through the
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I just didn't know it was going
like I need to.
So yeah, I'm walking in short sleeves. Here. Here I am, short sleeves, shorts in the snow on a 30-degree day in Midwest Wisconsin. Yes,
This guy is living the average Midwestern life. Gonna be honest here.
All right, here we are in Ripley's Believe It or Not. There's the brightness again. Oh, this is really cool. This is the entire script of Pulp Fiction on a picture.
It is.
You can see all the all those dots are like the actual words.
I'm buying something for money. Want to know what I'm buying? What? Your life? I'm giving you the money so I know. Yeah, well, it's actually. Okay.
Believe it or not, this gate does open. I have no idea how it opens.
That's a good question. Maybe we gotta figure it out. Is it a puzzle? Is it? How does it open? Because you can't move this. You can't move the chain. You can't pull it up. You can't push
Can't
it.
turn the knobs.
The hinges here don't do anything, do they? I can't figure it out. I don't believe it. And you know what? That's the name of this place.
Headhunters.
Duct tape. They told us to look for secret passages, and I think the first one's gotta be over here in the chimney. Nope.
In the chimney. That's weird. I thought that was a mirror for a second. And I'm like, why am I not reflecting?
This room is a work in progress. It's not
But
done
in
yet.
his business, coffins are very special and different. All his coffins are custom ordered to reflect the deceased's occupation. A chili pepper for a restaurant owner.
What?
A passenger plane for a businessman,
Coffins.
frequent flyer. A lion for a mighty chieftain. A rooster for a common farmer. Each coffin celebrates the life of a loved one and reflects their social status. A person's
And then it
funeral
gets buried
is the
in the ground.
culmination of their life, and people will go into lifelong debt rather than cut back on funeral expenses. Anand's creations are a funeral essential, but also great works of folk art. Taught by his father, King Quay, the inventor of fantasy coffins in the 50s, the family's fantasy coffins have been displayed in galleries around the world. Ripley's is proud to own and display them.
Yeah, he's got 2 pupils in the left eye.
Anand's workshop turns out 100 fantasy coffins a year. A Mercedes-Benz automobile is his most valuable. Prices start at $400. The average yearly income in Ghana. The last few coats of paint on white.
The human bone flute. That's scary.
You say it as the flute music comes in. What?
Penis sheath. That's a little spicy for YouTube.
And then
So dark in here. Tibetan monkey skull.
oh yeah, what they used to smoke back in the day.
Opium pipes. Human hair wreath. Oh,
Every nail driven into this wooden hate god represents a prayer that hard luck or a painful death will fall upon arrival. That's a lot of nails. Fingernail python. Made out of plastic fingernails.
holy fuck. That is. Wow.
That's arts and crafts.
Oh yeah, this is the mermaid, where they took a monkey, and then sewed it onto the body of a fish.
Oh my god, no. Oh, that's terrible.
This is actually pretty cool. Check this out.
Wow. Yeah, you can see it like coiling around the prey.
Okay. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's Baphomet. This is real. Shit. I didn't realize this was real. This guy is not having a good time. That's a lot of detail.
Jesus.
All Fox's ribs were broken.
That's scary. Two-headed tortoise.
Which head do you think led the body?
Looks like that bigger head might have.
You'd think so. But then they start knocking heads together.
This isn't a toilet seat.
Is it meant to feel like this was something in the toilet?
I think so.
'Cause that's really terrifying.
All of this was found in a shark's stomach.
What? Just a person's hand, an entire suit of armor. Oh my gosh.
And a finger. Can't really see it in the light, but there's a finger.
Huh. Yeah, I see it.
The stairs, up the stair.
Up and I assume to the right.
You can see different shadows.
They've gone everywhere.
You guys see what's that coming up?
Probably shoes. Shoes! Shoes! Bring on my shoe pal. Shoe pal.
Two-headed stuff here. That looks very uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just that vision. I'm trying to imagine seeing like the third ear popping out between two of your eyes.
Oh.
What? There's so many two-headed things. What is the deal with this?
Multi-limbed cow.
Whoa. Six-legged lamb.
Two-faced pig.
I'm noticing a big theme with the animals.
The bridge of death.
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Was that meant to imply something?
He called it the bridge of death. I'm more than a risk my life.
Torture devices.
Old and reliable. Old and reliably torturous.
There's the guillotine.
It's probably someone who still makes stuff like this in their basement.
I would not like to go over to that person's house.
TV.
Wow!
Believe it.
Look at that! It's not held up by anything at all! Petrified wood.
This rock was wood. Yeah, I know about this stuff.
Feels just like a old rock. It's cool. Hey, come here.
Oh. Chris, what have you done to me?
What?
What have you done to me?
You're in jail now.
No,
I'm running the podcast on my own.
How do I get on it?
You slapped me when I was a skeleton. This is my payback.
No. Get me out of here. Well, we found a secret passage. Oh, what's this?
Vampires. Hello.
Well, is there anything over there?
Yeah, there is. Come here.
Used to be a lawyer.
Then became this.
I have a feeling she wasn't a lawyer for very long.
Law school changed her beyond She learns the laws of the land.
Spiral staircase.
Two secret passages.
¿Es la hija de la luna o qué? No tiene escritura.
Let's see.
Nich, Nich.
Oh, you can't even see it. It's a. Let me see if I can get my light.
Oh, what is that?
Light.
It's supposed to be some sort of murder thing?
Yeah, it's a. It's a lady in a bathtub full of blood.
That's pleasant. Alright, continuing on. Or
It ends right there.
it does?
Yeah. Yes. That's not creepy at all.
Espera, Nicolás, espera.
It's a coffin?
It's open. It's a chest. So this is where you just keep anything you want.
Cool.
Oh my god. Swordfish.
Down the long and spiraled stair we go.
Oh, there's gotta be longer than that. A little lower now.
Da 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 da.
Choose up there. Upstairs.
The emergency exit. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Military fundraisers or simply sealed around its famous Chinese junk. But in 1949, Ripley launched his last great enterprise. cartoons on
You got a
camera.
quarter?
No, I don't.
Amazing stories. Then would interview the real stars of the stories.
I always keep some in my car.
Well, we don't have your car.
Growing quickly in popularity until it
Should have thought I had, Nick.
show number 13.
Yeah, I enjoy the ones driving aimlessly around the
Ripley had a
temples.
heart attack while on stage. He recovered enough to finish the show, but checked into a hospital the next
What if
morning.
there's a secret message written in here?
You must give me $5.
I
I don't know if that's it.
No, that's totally it, man.
The majority of his artifacts were sold in a $4 million public auction. The lion's share being bought by New York City entrepreneur Jahnke. In December 1950, author opened the first permanent
It's not there.
museum in St. Augustine, Florida.
It doesn't exist?
It's a shadow.
Artist, author, explorer, radio host, television and movie personality, living an incredible life of adventure and excitement. And forever will be remembered for coining one of the most recognized and used phrases in the English language.
Yeah, it really gets you. It says to rub the bracelet. Jade Buddha. Jade is in Chinese a very traditional sign of good luck.
It's pretty, isn't it?
The Temple of Heaven.
I wonder how long this took to carve.
So long that they all died and went to hell. We're going there?
Yep.
Each of these rooms has a different symbol hanging over it. Interesting. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Are you just holding it down? Okay.
No, that middle part is supposed to lift up.
I think maybe if we push both of them at the same
Okay.
time.
Or wait, do they have to? I think they have to light up again.
Yeah, probably have to do both at the same time. Or maybe there's something secret in these rooms. Yeah, each of these rooms has a little symbol in them. Is that doing anything to the light?
I don't think so.
All the lights are on except for that. Yeah, that's what's this from? Centipede. Is it that long?
What?
Hold on. Yeah, because what's down here supposed to be? I don't get it. But it's a room to bug you out.
Boo!
Ooh. Come on, it took me like all 5 seconds to think of that one. Give me some grip.
Here's the symbol for this one.
Oh, that lit up the room.
Indonesian chainmail. It's a soldier. Quick, go steal the sword and we can take this place.
Excalibur.
Oh my gosh, look at these weapons.
That's a little freaky.
Yeah, made out of shark teeth. A gun!
A gun!
A German pistol sword. It's circa 1800.
Jeez,
They
man.
really just called it a pistol sword after sticking a little knife at the end of it. Poison arrow blowpipe. An Arabian hunting. I think someone else is That's some freaky handles on those daggers.
That looks sharper than the actual knife.
Yeah, how do you hold that? Is it like an adjustable grip?
Child samurai outfit. Yo, look at this. It's a samurai outfit for a kid.
Going off to defend the honor at age 5. I like this.
Yeah, this is cool.
Just classic medieval sword. Okay.
I think it's a passageway to the other room.
Count me in.
Japanese bone ship.
A bone ship? Carved out of water buffalo. So it's like an art piece. Okay. That looks really nice. There's a secret display in here.
You did.
Back.
Wait, here, take the camera.
Yeah, there we are. Okay.
I'm amazed that you even fit in there.
I kind of do. But hey, if it works, it works. The world's oldest beer. Oh man, who knew the mummies had such good things in the afterlife?
Hieroglyphics.
Another secret message that we can't decipher. I'm actually curious what this stuff spells out here. It's gotta be like actual word. You'd think so.
I think if you can read it, you're a nerd.
Well, there's no denying that. Like a moon shape. Moon over a lake, I think.
That's pretty. This one is actually pretty well lit.
Oh, can't take any of those. It's down here. Nothing. And the coins are stuck to the ground. Where's the moon symbol?
It doesn't work. One way out.
Only one way out. You got this. Wait, does this expect us to jump from like tile to tile?
I think so.
Alright, and then just walk the wall. Yeah, this is the way out.
Cool. Well, that was Ripley's Believe. Ooh, look at that. The car with a moose on it.
I can't believe that.
Did you believe anything that you saw in there? Or did you not?
A couple things. There were a lot of two-headed animals at one point, but...
They were kind of creepy, actually.
Yes, they were. But I did like some of the actual history in there.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah. Would swing through again.
Nice. So, Ripley's Believe It or Not is a thumbs up?
Yeah, I'd say
A thumbs up.
Oh my gosh, Chris, I could not believe it.
I could not believe it either.
And it's all true.
It's all true.
None of it false.
None of it.
No, not a goddamn thing. Well,
I don't know how to end this.
Yeah,
we
me
filmed
neither.
this. We filmed this like 3 months ago.
We recorded this once before, and the footage got lost, and now we're re-recording it. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But we hope that you enjoyed this different form of the podcast. You know, we wanted to try something different here.
Maybe if this works out, we'll do something similar to it again with a better battery.
Yes, or maybe 2 cameras for a backup. I could even bring mine. I just didn't think to because I thought that your camera would do well. But
I guess it was my fault. I didn't charge it overnight, so
it's all good. At least we got around to it.
Yes. So thanks for watching this episode of the Idiots in a Room podcast. I've been your host, Chris Jahnke, and with me, as always, is
First, last Namison.
Namison.
Huh?
Namison.
No, I said Namison. What the fuck are you saying? Bye-bye!
Imposter! Get back here, you son of a bitch!
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.